Good morning, everyone, from me and Lottie. Welcome back to day 5 of the 30-day challenge that was set by Teresa from Baby Steps Reborn Treasures. And the idea is to make a video every day for 30 days using just one baby. So that's why you've been seeing a lot of Lottie, in case you were wondering. But I've been just absolutely loving this challenge. I don't make videos all that often, so it's, it was a big step to think, oh, will I do it? And as soon as I got started, it was just so much fun. I love deciding what she's going to wear and planning it out. It's great, and to be able to do that every day, well, to have a valid reason to do it every day is fabulous. So we are back today on Sunday, just gone 11:15 in the morning, and guess what? It's cold. It's really cold outside. It's not too bad in the house, but I've had to put a cardigan on. It's gorgeous. It's still grey. It hasn't rained for a few hours, but it's just, heavenly. Anyway, it won't last. Just like, spring and autumn are similar in that the weather chops and changes all the time, doesn't it? It's hot, cold, hot, cold. But anyway, it's lovely today, and I dressed Lottie up in one of my favourite, well, I say that every time, don't I? In another of my favourite types of outfits. And that is a slightly boy style with some, some feminine touches. Not that there's boy styles and girl styles, strictly speaking, really, is there? Because clothes are gender neutral. Clothes aren't anything. Clothes are just clothes. But I love these dungarees. These are exactly the type of dungarees that are my favourite. So they're a bit stretchy. They're not like solid denim. They've got some stretch in them, and they have the whole piece in the whole front in one piece instead of separate straps coming down to a little bib front. This is the type of dungarees I love, and of course she's got pockets. She's got 2 pockets, and I just noticed they have pink stitching on them. That's interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. And they're made by Boden, and I bought her a size 3 to 6 months, and I waited forever for them to come on sale because Boden's prices are, I can see why they are expensive. The quality is excellent. The fabric is always really, really, really good quality, lovely and thick, and the designs are beautiful, and there's extra work in everything they produce, but it's hard to justify sometimes. Anyway, so I got these on sale, and I decided to get the bigger size, which I'm glad I did. They're a weeny bit long in the body, but she's comfy, and I love the cuffs just rolled up like that. You can see the inside of them is in a contrast kind of stitch. Well, not stitch. What can we say? Lined, except it's not lining. It's just the back of the fabric, and that shows that it's got some stretch in it too. So she's quite safe wearing these denim dungarees. She hasn't got anything in her pockets at the moment. I have to have a chat to her in case there's anything she would like in there. Maybe just a little hanky or a little doll. We could tuck something in there for you, my darling, couldn't we? So what I've done is paired the dungarees with a gorgeous little puff sleeve pink blouse, and I'll just show you. Can you see the elastic there? And then there's some gorgeous, beautiful white lace around the edge of the sleeve. And she's got frill collar as well, which I do love frill collars on reborns. They're not so good on real babies because real babies don't actually have necks. They collect a lot of fluff in there, don't they? And if they dribble, it gets a bit soggy. But good on a reborn. Definitely good on a reborn. And it buttons down the... I can't remember, where does it button down? Front or back? Oh, the back. Okay, buttons down the back. It's in a size 3 months. And let me think, what was the brand? Oh yes, Patachou. Patachou. So the pants are Boden, the blouse is Patachou, and the little pink leather shoes she's wearing, I don't know what brand they are. They're an Italian brand I bought many years ago, way before I had Lottie. I bought the pink pair and a little blue pair for Pippa and Jonty, and of course they're way too big for them. They're a size 16, and they're a little bit big for Lottie in that they're too wide for her feet. The length is okay, but the width is a bit big, but that doesn't matter. She's comfy. She can wriggle her little toes easily, can't she? I also decided to give her this gorgeous vintage rattle that I have. It came with my vintage Silver Cross pram, my most recent purchase. I've only had it for maybe a year or so. I bought it from a friend at the dog club. She was selling it at our fair, and I saw it the night we were setting up before people had arrived, and I jumped on it. It was so gorgeous. She had it for her daughter, and I think it's something like, was it 43 years old? 43 or 41, I can't remember. One of those numbers. Anyway, it's gorgeous. And it seems to have been a model that was made and sold just in Australia. I haven't seen it on any English sites. But when I put in that Silver Cross pram, it only comes up in Australia. So perhaps it was only sold here. That's just what I decided. Anyway, the rattle is original to the pram. My friend bought it for her daughter. But the rattle came just with these big round, what would you call those? I would call them blobs, or balls, I guess you could call them. And the elastic was very stretched out. So what I did was I put new elastic through, and I also have a collection of these little beads that are in between that are vintage. They're small and they're brightly coloured. So what I did was I added them in between so that the rattle would actually string across the complete front of the pram. It wasn't quite, just the big blobs on their own weren't enough to stretch right across. So that's what I did. So it's still original, but with a little bit of extra detail added, which I really had fun doing. Years ago, I bought a jar. Oh, they probably weren't in a jar, actually. I put them in an old jam jar, a whole lot of these gorgeous little beads just to have, just because I love old things like that. And they have come in handy over the years. I've done all sorts of things with them. I have a rattle, a similar sort of pram rattle like this that I had for my son, who is now, my oldest son, who is now 47 years old, and it had 3 little lambs on it, and I don't think it had anything in between the little lambs, I can't remember, but I added some of these little beads to that. And I also had, in that same batch, there were a couple of little bells, so the same size as this but silver, and they were actual bells, so I put them on my son's vintage lamb pram rattle. So they have come in handy, and I still have some in a jar, in that jam jar, and they look so nice just to look at. Oh, my goodness me. Anyway, so that's me and Lottie for today. I did get some more work done on Tony yesterday. I think I am satisfied with his skin tone now. So next comes the details and the hair. So details are what? Well, details have been done to the skin, but now I just do the fingernails and eyebrows and start on the hair. And I have to do, of course, the varnishing before I start the hair. So all the parts will be varnished. So today's perfect weather for doing all that, because it's not an outdoor day at all. It's an inside day for me and Lottie. And I'm thinking I might be in like a girly mood for her tomorrow. Maybe a little dress or little top and bloomers, which is another of my favourite looks. I have a big collection of different coloured bloomers, floral, plain, all sorts, just gorgeous. Anyway, I'll see what mood I'm in for tomorrow. And we'll be back tomorrow. Actually, that reminds me that I love saying that. I love saying see you tomorrow. That sounds so nice to me, to be able to do that, not just see you sometime, but actually see you tomorrow. So that's what Lottie and I will say now. We'll say see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye. Thank you for visiting us, and we'll see you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.